Hello friends. After today's matches, we will be halfway done with the regular season of the Ninja Machine League. 18 teams will make the playoffs. Some could start to get pretty confirmed in. I mean, not quite in for sure. As the weeks go on, it will become clear which teams will get one bye, which will get two, which will sneak into the playoffs, and which will see rivalry be the end of their season. Plenty of exciting matchups tonight. The main event, of course, being Maryland Hawks and Atlanta Aces. 5-0 versus 4-1. We also see the Houston Hurricanes and the Tampa Bay Gas Bars, the Philadelphia Firebirds and the Quaggas, the Inferno and the Mystics, the brand new look Chicago Crusaders with Jackson Erdos. They're kind of building a Death Star over there. We'll see if the Wellington Wizards can remain 5-0 against the Cologne Condors. But first, it's the Melbourne Mighties and Toronto Raccoons. For those curious, the order of the matches is listed in the description, as well as the courses that will be played. If anyone finds any errors with the course, please let me know now, so that I don't run any matchups on the wrong course again. Oh. Here we go. Bang. Gavin White. 3 minutes, 45 seconds for the first stage. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Okay, Kasugi with the clear. Very well done. Another timeout at the wall. Toronto with some timing issues. Meanwhile, Melbourne 2 for 2. Perry failing snake crossing. Jay Lewis only needs one obstacle to give the Mighties the lead back. Instead, he puts up one of the fastest times ever. We'll have to check if that's the new record. Meanwhile, Corinne Capriani won't get it. Zoe Harkness for the perfect stage. Doesn't get it. Unlucky. However, the Mighties already halfway to the century mark. They're up 50-21. So now would be a good time to pull up the spreadsheet. What was the time? 2:48. Oh, just short of Kai Beckstrand's 2:47. Bad luck there, however, I think they're in pretty good position here. Chicago Crusaders got 136 on this stage last week, so I don't think any records are going to be... Timeout by 0.4, brutal. We had a couple of really close timeouts last week. Starting to get some clears. So far, the Raccoons have no buzzers in this match. Kankasugi, unfortunately, will not go 2 for 2 tonight. Thuckley won't get it either. So this matchup well and truly over. My question now is Toronto going to get a buzzer? The answer is no. They'll finish the night on 50. Jay Lewis for the double up. Is going to get it by .09. 111-50 is your final score. Jay Lewis and Charles Pujol with the 2 for 2. 6 buzzers by Melbourne, 0 for Toronto. So a rough go of it for the Raccoons. Mighties improved to, what is that, like 5-1? Four and 2. They got 123 last time they were on this course. I mean, their big weakness appears to be Shamrock. They have 57 and 77. On Neon and Grotto, they have always hit the century mark. Toronto, meanwhile, going down to 2 and 4. Having yet to break 70 points this season. They've got to get a move on if they want to make the playoffs. Our next matchup will be Los Angeles and Alaska. Both of these teams making some roster moves over the weekend. Los Angeles inserting David Fuderin into their lineup. Meanwhile, Alaska picking up Olivia Lopez and Nathaniel Hanvu in waivers. Alaska, of course, sitting at 4-1, but still with a little bit of weaknesses in their game. They only scored 77 last time on Shamrock. Meanwhile, Los Angeles 0-5, looking for their first win of the season. We'll see if that trade. They gave up Evan White, but got Charlie Ball and David Fuderin in return. However, Charlie Ball not in this matchup. So a very curious decision by Captain Oof there. We'll see Yuval Shemla get this match started with only 1 point. A timeout on the cargo net for Robin Ohl. Remember, a lot of Los Angeles' team was auto-assigned. No buzzers yet. Nathaniel Hanvu, the new pickup. Hand was saying he might only get one chance. Well, he's making the most of it. Getting the first buzzer of the stage, and indeed the only one, as Alaska takes a 25-19 lead. And look at that, 7 different obstacles on this stage getting failed. I feel like that's a first. Second stage now. Only 2 minutes on the clock. David Fuderin not doing much for the Reapers. However, Spencer O'Brien will get the second buzzer of the match for the Annihilators. Can Jeff Britton get number 3? No, he fails the first obstacle. Reapers staying in it. Robin Ohl gonna run out of time. And once again, Nathaniel Hanvu not able to beat Boomerang Run though. 14 points is your lead for the Annihilators. And Jeff Britton will fail early. So this opens the door for the Reapers. Can they get their first win of the season? Josh Salinas. No way. Oh no! A fail of Big Finish, and that would have given the Reapers the lead. Yuval Shemla can practically put it away with a clear. Then the best the Reapers could do is a tie. Oh, and he's in possession to do it. He's got it. David Fuderin must beat this stage in under 6:19. You'll fail the first obstacle, and the Annihilators go to 5-1. Points at a premium in this one. Only 3 buzzers in the entire match. Alaska with all 3. We started our week with 2 matchups where a team just straight up didn't get a buzzer. Our next match will be Denver and San Antonio, neither team with any changes to their roster this week. Denver sitting at 3-2, snapping their 3-game win streak on Saturday. San Antonio, meanwhile, has alternated loss-win, and their last match was a loss. So we will see if that bodes well. Back on Shamrock. You can see Video Poker, the new course for those who didn't see the announcement. A quick clear out of Clement Gravier to get this match started for the Destroyers. And Joe Moravsky getting the clear as well. This match having some playoff implications. Looking like potentially only one of these teams is going to have room to make it. Yuta Yamashita just barely sneaking a clear. And San Antonio is going to miss out on some points there as Denver takes a 41-30 lead. Oliver Lutman will open the second stage just as Clement opened the first stage with a clear. Joe Moravsky going 2 for 2 tonight. Can Yuta Yamashita do the same? He can. Sean Bryan gets his night started with a clear. Or 4 for 4 on the second stage here. Katarzyna will run out of time by a mile as she fails counter movement. Ashlyn Herbert. Oh boy. It was 4 up and then 4 down. 72-60 your score. Stallions only 63 last time on Shamrock. That will not help matters, as we have 2 floating board fails. 3 floating board fails. So Sean Bryan can tie it by getting to big finish and can win the match by clearing it. Pressure cooker, he's looking clean. Devil Roof, Pizza Party, and the walk-off winner for the San Antonio Stallions. The pattern continues. They're 3-3. Denver's 3-3. And Sean Bryan with a walk-off winner. He's 2 for 2, as is Joe Moravsky. Yuta Yamashita was 2 for 2 as well. Definitely the matchup of the day so far. Stallions taking this one 86-76. And that'll bring us to our next matchup, Burlington Brawlers and Pittsburgh Power. Both of these teams 1-4. Burlington winning only their opening match of the season. 68 points last time out on Grotto, which is the course that we'll be seeing today. Meanwhile, Grotto was the one course the Pittsburgh Power won. They put up 82 points. And outside of their wins, neither team has put up more than 72 this season. So potentially another low-scoring match. However, Burlington involved in a number of trades this week. They start 4 out of 5 brand new starters. Pittsburgh with the same lineup that they have used since week 1. It has not been working, but they've been sticking to it. Our first view of Grotto tonight. The women not putting up very many points. Neither does Ashton Myler. Neither does Ben Polson. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to see why these teams are each 1-4. Yusuke Morimoto got to be super frustrated with management. I mean, he's doing his part with the clear. Flip Rodriguez ties the match at 12. But remember, Yusuke has a clear bonus coming his way. And that'll make the score 22-12. Plus Max Corner's coming up. Phil's secret wall, though. Only one buzzer in this match so far. Could Ashton Myler hit the second? No, he runs out of time. Brian Kretsch, I gotta editorialize. I do not understand their continued insistence on starting Brian Kretsch. Shinsuke Nagasaki will only get one obstacle. Aber Taggart failed the first obstacle in her first run. That's a little better this time. Kenzie Hughes got 3 in her first run. She'll get a clear this time. First one of the match for the Brawlers. Only one obstacle for Ben Polson. Again, don't understand their insistence on starting him. Jan Tatarowicz, the new acquisition, not doing a whole lot. It is a 1-point match going into the third stage. So we'll see if the new pickup, Jan Tatarowicz, can make his impact here. Things going well so far. And he's going to get the clear. Some people made fun of that acquisition, but Jan Tatarowicz makes the most of it. Yusuke desperately needs a clear here. And he will not get one, failing weapon. So Flip Rodriguez can put this away with a clear. Oh, and he doesn't! Opening the door for Max Corner. We've seen one already tonight. Can Max Corner get the second walk-off clear? No, he fails the floating poles. Burlington winning this one 73-46. Burlington's second highest output of the season. Only 3 buzzers in this match. 1 on each stage. But it was all Burlington needed to snap their 4-game skid. They moved to 2-4. Pittsburgh, I mean, gotta be doing something in there. They moved to 1-5 and have lost 3 in a row. And in 2 of those games failed to break 50. Tonight only scoring 46. A new season low for them. Next up we have the Cologne Condors and Wellington Wizards. Cologne started 0-2, but since have had a 3-game win streak, charging their way back into the playoff conversation. But they run into a Wellington team tonight that is 5-0, has not fallen below 80 yet, and has only fallen below 99 once. We'll see how they fare on Neon. Lucas Homon only getting halfway through. Jared Boyd has been dynamite this season for the Wizards. And there you can see, getting up the 18-footer. Looking like potentially the fastest clear time, unless Mortans has something to say about it. He does not. Running out of gas. Anton Fomenko. Oh, same thing happens to him. Well then. Another rolling net fail. Wizards in great position here. Asa Reynolds can't put together a new record clear time, but still a strong run. He still has the clear record on Shamrock. Moran can't beat the rolling net either. Wellington for the triple. They will get it, and they vault into a 52-19 lead. Cologne needs to get something going here on the second stage. That won't do it. Aaron Maggiacomo in their 5 spot, getting the clear. Can Enzo Wilson try to put this one away? That is a great clear. Moran has the time. She's through. So the Condors have 2 clear bonuses coming their way. Jared Boyd goes 2 for 2 tonight and keeps Wellington in a solid lead. All things considered, minimizing the damage for the Condors. However, they're going to need 2 clears and help. That is help. That is not a clear. And the Wizards will win this one. Only question is, will they break 100? They'll come down to if Enzo can beat Rainbow Road, which he does. And it'll be 100, either 106 or 108, depending on how Moritz Hans does here. It'll be 108 to 69. The Wizards moving to 6-0. We'll have to wait for the Voyagers to see if they'll be alone in first place. By the way, Voyagers versus Wizards next week. Potentially 6-0 versus 6-0. Cologne, meanwhile, snapping their 3-game win streak. In their 3 wins, they scored more than 70 points. In their 3 losses, they scored less than 70 points. Enzo and Jera with the 2 for 2. Panama Caneleros and Colchester Athletics will also face off on Neon. This a battle of teams that desperately need a win. Panama to stay in the playoff hunt, and Colchester because they have yet to win this season. Neither of these teams have broken 90. But Colchester hasn't broken 70. Panama's top score is 88, followed by 72. Last time out on Neon, these teams scored 67 and 68 points, which would give Panama a 1-point win. But it is all to play for here, especially with this new-look Colchester Athletics team. It's been a bit of reinvigoration, just hasn't panned out just yet. Billy Dixon going to get to the final obstacle. Hitoshi Kano will be 1 short of that. Beth Lodge. Also out at Ring Chaser. What on earth happened there? She took her sweet time. Luke Dillon finally getting up the wall. I feel like he's done that before. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. Kafir Atzman getting the buzzer for Colchester. They're in a 21-14 lead. Steffi fails early, so Colchester potentially going to get the lead here out of the first stage. Depending on how Cam Baumgartner does here. Things looking good. But he is unable to get up a wall. Kafir Atzman with the fastest time, and Colchester will take the lead into the second stage. Here comes Matthias Norell, the MVP for this Panama team so far. Fails target practice, but he is lethal in the third stage. 3 walk-off third stage clears this season. And now we're just all going to fail Galaxy Express. Except for Hitoshi Kano, who will run out of time. Beth Lodge will not run out of time because she also fails Galaxy Express. Steffi Edelman will time out by 16 hundredths. And finally, something different, a bouncing Neon fail. No clears in the second stage. It is 47 to 39. Ben Toyer failing 1 obstacle short of tying this match. Luke Dillon can start to put this one away. And oh, by the way, guess who's going to be the last run of this competition? Jack Andrews is not the last runner of the competition, but he will tie the match. Matthias Norell just has to beat 1 obstacle. And he doesn't! It's going to be a tie! We're going to have a tiebreaker! Wow! The man with 3 walk-off clears can't even beat the first obstacle in a position to do it a fourth time. I can confirm it'll be Matthias Norell on the final for Panama. I am awaiting a response from Donovan, who does not appear to be online. The final stage of Neon for those curious. 15-meter spider trap, 10-meter Tsuna Nobori. Colchester begging for their first win of the season. They take this one to overtime. But in the meantime, we will do some other matches. Only 2 buzzers in that entire match, by the way. We will do that prior to tonight's main event, for those watching the recording. But in the meantime, we're going to go to the Austin Antelopes and Vegas Venom. Of course, the Vegas Venom gambling everything on Ryosuke Miyaoka. They have thoroughly rebuffed trade talks for him. However, they are starting to show signs of life, winning 2 of their last 3. Meanwhile, over on the Austin Antelopes side, they've won 3 of their last 3. Last time on Shamrock, it was 81 for Austin, 88 for Vegas. Both teams picking up their first win of the season on that day. Our first interaction between Caden Lipsack and Ryosuke Miyaoka of the season. I said, it's Shamrock, yes. And we get this party started with a clear out of Yonashone. Okay, 2 for 2. Adam Rail looking to do the same. He does not, as he fails last dragon. Nora Brown-John. Remember, women 3 minutes, 10 seconds on this stage. She didn't need the extra time as she gets the clear. However, it is total time, not time remaining, that determines the clear bonuses. Emily will fail the rope reverse of inverted wall tower. That seems like it would hurt. Josh Levin timing out by 22 hundredths. Our second sub-quarter second timeout of the week. And finishing things off with the clear is Tom Alberti, as Austin opening up a 47-33 lead, but we will now be seeing Ryosuke Miyaoka take to the course. Here he is. And a very fast time. Now Brown John with the clear. And those are the only 2 clears. It's 69-54. Austin remaining in the lead. Ryosuke out of the gate here. He's going to need a big run. So far, so good. And he's through. 6:02:15. I think that's the record. It is! It's a new record for Ryosuke Miyoka. Beating the record from week 1 by Tyler Smith. Vegas in the lead now, but Austin with a run in hand, and both Tom and Caden looking to take to the course. Tom Alberti failing Pizza Party. So Yonashone gonna need a couple obstacle clears at the minimum, but might be looking for more, not able to get it. So Vegas is behind, however, remember they have 8 points coming their way. Caden needs to clear Floating Cliffhanger to win. Anything else, and Vegas moves to 3-3 on the season. There's 3, and failing the jump to win the match! Vegas wins by a point! Vegas has won 3 of their last 4. The Miyaoka momentum is real. The 2 for 2 out of Miyaoka. I can't even use him on the cover this week because he's already been a cover athlete. What a performance by Ryosuke Miyaoka to give his team the win. Akalai's faith in him paying off. Miyaoka's faith in Akalai paying off. And all of the momentum is squarely in the corner of the Vegas Venom. 88-87. What a finish to that match. 88, the same total as their last outing on this course. The 3rd time they've scored exactly 88 this season, and that remains their season high. So they'll look to break 90 in 4 days' time. They'll be facing the San Francisco Overdrive, a team that has not fallen below 100 yet this season, so I don't know. We'll see about that one. This next matchup is going to be very interesting. It's only the second time we've seen Grotto tonight, but more pressingly, it is the Chicago Crusaders and New York Nighthawks. Was it your game before Vic? No, I moved it to the end. For drama. Chicago scored 136 points last week, a new record, and then only went and got Jackson Erdos and Will Schlager to make their roster even stronger. Second of only 4 Grotto matches this week. Brett Strong up first for the Nighthawks, who have made no changes. Nacssa Garemore will fail origami, so we've been talking about that 1-2 punch of Garemore and Erdos. We will see, because they have Sam Folsom, excuse me. 1-2-3 punch, but Erdos also fails origami. This is a surprise. A 3rd fail of origami for the Crusaders. No idea what they're doing here. And, of course, Abby Cutts is the one to beat it. Fails swing mast. Somehow Brittany Durant was the only clear of that stage, and the Nighthawks take a 28-18 lead. Nighthawks have lost their last 3 games. There we go. Sam Folsom on the board with the clear. And Caden Forsha opening the door for Nacssa Garemore. There we go. Now the Crusaders are getting in a rhythm. Brittany Durant going to go 2 for 2 tonight. Impressive. Crusaders winning winning their last 3 matches. Will Schlager, meanwhile, failing Galleon. The feeling Blue Tides might be changing his lineup. Brett Strong with the clear. Abby Cutts will go 0 for 2. And a clear there to finish things off. Sam Folsom, though, with the fastest time, minimizing the damage. In fact, they get the 2 fastest clears. As it'll be Nighthawks 62, Crusaders 47. I do like the Crusaders' chances still. Chances. Anyway, the Nighthawks only put up 4 as Nate Hansen fills swing edge. Here comes Sam Folsom. And he's going to get the clear. Crusaders down 3 but have a clear bonus in tow. A fail of body prop, so some back of the napkin math. Jackson Erdos needs to only beat 2 obstacles, anything less, and the Nighthawks will be picking up a much needed win. But it will not be, as he gets the great save on Stalactites. Fails weapon, who cares? Chicago Crusaders 83, Nighthawks 74. A new season high for the Nighthawks. They have been very consistent, but it just has not been good enough. And the Nighthawks have now dropped 4 matches in a row. Well, this next one's going to be fun. San Francisco Overdrive, the only team in the league to score 5 centuries. They've gone over the 100 mark or equaled the 100 mark in all 5 games. However, they did lose 1 game. They're 4-1. They lost that match 112 to 100. You know what? California Flyers put up 109 and 126 in their first 2 weeks, and have completely fallen off a cliff since then, losing their last 3. No changes to either side. Both teams lost last time out on Shamrock. One of them will be getting some redemption. Emily Gardner, only 4 obstacles to get this party started. Luke Dillon, on the other hand, will pick up a nice clear. Brett Sims, only 3. Aiden Wood, less than that. Millie Baker now will only get 5. Riley Porter fails. And that 100 streak is in deep trouble unless Naoki Araki can do something special here. And he will! So 2 clear bonuses put San Francisco at 37. They are just barely on pace. That fail from Kyle Plahoros doesn't help things. Naoyuki Araki a 2 for 2. And what a fail of counter movement. Didn't make it to the end of the course anyway. Vance Walker puts his team at 49. Riley Porter now will pick up the clear. 2 more clears for the Overdrive. They go up to 70. This match over, but the drama is to see if they can get 6 for 6 of scoring 100 points. That will help matters. They go to 86 plus a clear bonus. So they will need some points out of Vance Walker. Millie Baker, meanwhile, decimating stage 3. Unlucky. Here we go, Vance Walker for the 100 streak. Well, the only thing that can stop them is if Tatsuya Tada gets a time faster than 6:19.93. And that's looking possible here. But he doesn't get the overdrive on exactly 100. The streak lives. And it'll be a 100-49 win for the San Francisco Overdrive, as Luke Beckstrand and Naoyuki Araki picking up 2 for 3s. Riley Porter also getting in the action. 50-50 buzzer rate for San Francisco, and for the third time tonight, a team failing to get a single buzzer. New Haven Whalers and Seoul Dragons will be our next matchup. They'll be on Neon. Wait. Yeah, they're on Neon. Okay. A timeout to start things for Victoria Kramer. Let's see if Matthew Keller can do any better. He can. Dragons in the lead. Olivia Vivian, a nice time. She's up the 16-foot wall. Makoto Nagano. Failing snake crossing. We'll see him on stage 3, though. That's Marco's alley. Ethan Bartnicki. Not on the rolling net. Ethan has been underperforming. As of late, I believe. Wreathman, almost a sub 3-minute run. Still the fastest time of this match, unless Max Springer has anything to say about it. And he's not even going to clear. However, it is the Seoul Dragons in a 40-30 lead, as Wreathman will be going up first on the second stage. Looking for the 2 for 2, not going to get it. Olivia Vivian gets the clear. Victoria Kramer will clear. Trying to get the Whalers back in it, but Renee Castley is on the course, and he's on a mission. Hans Hertz clears. Matthew Keller clears. And Seoul with a 82-60 lead. Looking to try to put this away. They have the German duo of Max Springer and Renee Castley on this stage. Meanwhile, Makoto Nagano and Hans Hertz for the Whalers are going to need at least one clear. And perhaps some help from Renee. Well, now Renee can ice this with only a couple obstacle clears. And that should do it. It will. Seoul will finish above 100. Hans Hertz threatening the fastest time, will not get it. It'll be Seoul Dragons 108, New Haven Whalers 90. So New Haven, despite their second highest score of the season, their highest was on Neon for the record. They will now drop 3 straight matches. Seoul up to 5-1, avenging their lone defeat of the season and breaking 100 for the first time. So congratulations to the Dragons, moving up to 5-1. They meet the Melbourne Mighties next week, so that will be a battle of a 5-1 versus 4-2 team. That may very well be the second best matchup of the week. behind Voyagers and Wizards. Speaking of which, the Voyagers look to take their perfect 5-0 record into battle against a Kyoto Katanas team that, while they have scored very well this season, have dropped their last 4 games. Last time out on Neon, 115 for the Voyagers, 83 for the Katanas, who won their first matchup of the season, despite that being their second lowest score. Yeah. Joel Matley, the first runner of this match, and he will time out. Kaidiol. Identical lineup for Vancouver. They actually did submit twice, but submitted the same lineup. Kyoto, a completely different lineup. All 5 positions changed from 3 days ago, including the new signing Christian Kirstjus, specifically for this stage. Doesn't even get to the wall. Jordan Carr's had a moderately disappointing season, but she will improve on that dramatically as the Voyagers go 2 for 2 on clears. Keitaro Yamamoto. He'll be in the 1 and 3 position tonight and gets the clear. Kevin Rodriguez. Picks up a pretty fast clear. 3rd in a row for the Voyagers. Kawaguchi cannot clear, and Philip Scott looking for the sweep. Will not get it as he fails the rolling net. Had a real shot at all 4 of the top clear bonuses for Vancouver. They won't get it. They will, however, get a 49-26 lead. Kyoto, as you might have noticed, rolling the dice, putting a Yano Oshima in the 2nd and 3rd stage here, trying to avoid the Mega Wall. Kaidiol failing target practice. Here is the aforementioned Yano Oshima, who does get 5 extra seconds here, and needed them, as she's the first clear of this stage. Meanwhile, Jordan Carr gonna fail the last obstacle. Kawaguchi will not get anywhere near that far. Bouncing Spider Neon fail for Philip, who goes 0 for 2. Christian Kirstjus runs out of time. The new pickup goes over too. $75-48, and the gamble did not pay off as Yano Oshima fills Spyglass. Vancouver looking to run away with this. Not running away per se, but this match is out of reach. Kevin Rodriguez needing to clear to get the Voyagers to 100. In fact, he might. He's only gone and done it. 6:10 on the dot. Voyagers 107, Kyoto Katanas 62. Kevin Rodriguez, a phenomenal night. And the Voyagers moving to 6-0, confirming that next week's main event, the Vancouver Voyagers and the Wellington Wizards, will be between 2 6-0 teams. Meanwhile, a battle of a 4-1 team versus an 0-5 team. Hawaii desperately trying to do anything. They've been first in the waiver wire order for a couple weeks now, picking up Sam Leahy this week. Got Philip Gothard and Jaleesa Himka last week. So they are improving. However, Reno, a formidable team, they've barely touched their lineup since the season began. This match will also be on Neon. I know it feels like we've done a bunch of Neon matches, but we've only done 4. Still have 2 more to go, including this one. The other Neon match will be Houston Hurricanes and Tampa Bay Gas Fires. An uncharacteristically early exit for Isabella Folsom. Who, last time here, broke the first and second stage clear records. Or, no, that was Grotto, excuse me. Hawaii getting a clear. Marco Mueller now also getting a clear, but not faster than the clear time of Jaleesa Himka from Hawaii. Sam Leahy now. She's done some incredible things. But an easy skyhook is apparently not one of them. Ethan Gradelsky will fail in the same place as his coach Philip did a match ago. Wait a minute. This is on Shamrock. That sounds more correct. Alright, pretend that didn't happen. Much better for Isabella Folsom. Jaleesa Himka looking to reciprocate. She will. Sandra Scheibler, meanwhile, only one obstacle. Sam Leahy now. I think she got like a 39 or a 40 back in the early stages of the season. Things looking good so far for the Hanu. But they've got to keep up a quick pace by the runners, which they do not do there. Marco Mueller failing again. Philip Gothert failing Roller Coaster, and their runners take a slim lead. Not much movement after one run each on the second stage. Noam Jr. getting the clear for the runners on stage 2. And Isabella with another 2 for 2. She's done it again. Ethan Gardowski is going to splash down on the obstacle his coach made. Gavin Obi going out even earlier than that. Reno with 2 clear bonuses. Noam Jr. and Isabella Folsom. This match is just about over. Sandra Scheibler could ice it with a clear. This is probably the easiest third stage of the map pack. But no dice. Out on Devil Roof, Gavin Obi with a shot. He clears, but needs Noam Jr. to fail. And that will ice it. Reno runners move to 5-1. Hawaii Hanu improving, but still unable to get over the hump. They will go to 0-6 with a not so nice 69 points. Reno runners 105. They break 100 for the 3rd time this season. Four matches to go. Last quarter. Indianapolis Inferno, Minneapolis Mystics. Battle of the Appalachia. Both teams 2 and 3. Indianapolis got one of their wins on Grotto. Meanwhile, Minneapolis, in a season where they've only dipped under 86 once, put up just 53 points on Grotto last time out. James Snell kicking things off. And is going to get a close clear. Needed 2 shots on swing mass, but he did it. Matt D'Amico only needs one shot. He does it faster. And Maggie Owen opening the door for Jackson Twait, who will close the door. We remain tied. Kai Beckstrand now. Failing the spider box. Surprising. Cody Benaway on the course now. Failing origami. That origami wall was greased this week. Indianapolis with 2 changes to their lineups. Keeping Akshara Pampu in the 2nd and 3rd spot, in which she got 2 for 2 last week, as our captain said, doing goat stuff. We will see Akshara in just a bit. Meanwhile, the Inferno, with the 2 fastest clear times, taking their lead to 38-26. Matt D'Amico will start stage 2 off with a pretty fast clear. Tyler Smith in the 2 and 3 slot will get a super fast clear. Indianapolis halfway to 100. Minneapolis not doing much of anything, really. Yuri Prokudin will fail secret wall. Clear there from Cody Benaway. I have a lozenge in my mouth. Oh my goodness. Akshara Pampu, one of the lightest athletes in the entire league, falters under Galleon. However, her playground in the 3rd stage is coming up next. Yogev Malka, only 2 obstacles. And now Tyler Smith. He's only gone and done it again. Indianapolis needing a big run again from Akshara Pampu. They won't get it. Kai Beckstrand's run is moot, and the Minneapolis Mystics take the win. Swing Edge doing all the damage in the 3rd stage. Excuse me. Minneapolis has won 2 in a row. Indianapolis has lost 3 in a row. By the way, new 2nd lowest of the season for both clubs, actually. Alright. It's cross-conference time. The cover athlete Yoshinori Isa has cleared 9 stages in a row. Looks to keep up that momentum against the Quaggas, a team that is not rebounding, actually. They're alternating loss-win. You saw that worked out earlier in the night, though. Philadelphia has won 2 straight. And they are on Neon. Early exit for UG. D's and clear there for Austin Gray. Simon Burner just a bit faster, I think, yeah. About half a second. Here is Isa. Can he keep the streak going? He can, and in a new record time. Commentator curses are not real. Just kidding, this is the wrong course. Unlucky. It's the next match that's Neon. Shit. I just went through that whole thing and now he's just gonna break the streak. Well, better night for Yuji anyway. Who clears? Look, Fortier. Rumors of him being on the trade block. Getting it clear, though. Trying to impress his new captain if he is on the move. Here is Isa. And there goes Isa. I knew it. I accept no responsibility for this. Quaggas in the lead 35-30. Some quick fails after an early clear. A timeout by 1 second. Another devastating timeout. I've had so many of those close ones on the second stage. There we go. Isa with the clear in the fastest time. However, Simon Brunner mitigating the damage as the Quaggas lead by 6. Only 10 points there. UG. Oh my goodness. Look, Fortier can ice this one. And he does. Failed the floating cliffhanger. Firebirds win this one 86-64. They move to 4-2. Now we go to Neon for the final time tonight. Houston Hurricanes and Tampa Bay Gas Bars. Amir Malik entering the lineup for the Hurricanes. Tampa Bay moving things around. Nicholas Jacob after blaming me for a commentator's curse. Now going to be running stages 1 and 2. Bold decision. But Amir Malik unable to get up the wall. And it looked like he had the stamina to do it. Not sure what happened there. Clear there for Tampa Bay. Brady Parks. Close clear there for Zach Keenan. Grace Gordon only getting halfway through. Matt Bradley, I think, with the new fastest time of the match. Here is Nicholas Jacob. Getting the clear. Abby Clark. Houston needs this one. And they're going to get it. Abby Clark with the fastest time. And the Hurricanes go up 50-35. Brady Parks desperately needed to clear and he didn't. But Zach Keenan leaving the door open for Grace Gordon. Who will clear. Nice time as well. Amir Malik this time he gets the clear. Caleb Bergstrom in the 2 and 3 slot tonight. He gets the clear for Tampa. And they're not in the lead, actually. Phil Folsom doing Phil Folsom things. Nicholas Jacob failing. And so that gamble does not pay off. Houston in a 12-point lead. And with Matt Bradley still to run. This probably puts things on ice. Matt Bradley is through. Zeke Huber. Will clear. Close time when it gets through. Phil Folsom. will ice it with a clear. Houston with a strong performance. And again, Tampa Bay getting screwed by their schedule. They will fall tonight 121-95. Everyone in this match got a buzzer. I'm pretty sure that's the first time that's happened. Still awaiting a tiebreaker pick for Colchester. Having him in communications with Donovan. Okay, Colchester chooses Beth Lodge. Panama chooses Matthias Norell. Neon. Here we go. 15-meter spider trap, 10-meter rope climb. Matthias Norell will go first. Slowing down a bit here. Onto the rope climb, and it will be a time of 1:24.01. Not very fast, actually. He went really slow on that rope climb because he stopped to rest. Fascinating. Oops. I will subtract this time because I don't think this match is going to be close. Yeah, Beth Lodge is getting lapped here. And the Panama Caneleros win 56-55. And the game crashed. Oh, because it's looking for the next person. And there aren't any. Well. Antius wins by about 24 seconds, and we go to tonight's final match. It is the 5-0 Maryland Hawks and the 4-1 Atlanta Aces. Certainly, Atlanta hopes they'll be the 5-1 Maryland Hawks and the 5-1 Atlanta Aces by the end of this match. Atlanta lost last week, and then, despite winning 4 games in a row, went and traded basically their entire roster. It is a brand new lineup, except for Kara McCarthy. Meanwhile, for Maryland, keeping their lineup the same, they will meet on Grotto. Good luck to both teams. Truebecker. Failing cannonball swing. Addie Herman not doing much better. Kara McCarthy. Failing origami as well. Jake McClintock will be the first clear of the match. Evan White gets the clear. Slajan Julovic. No. Josiah Papel, the new acquisition from Burlington, if I'm not mistaken. You said Isaiah in place of Slodge. Okay, I misinterpreted that, and because our DM thread is very long, so I will void Slajan's runs and reinsert Isaiah Thomas at the end of the match. However, for the moment, the Maryland Hawks in the lead. You did, I just missed it. Ilyan Sharif, the new acquisition, clearing. Remember, he was one of the return pieces for that Jackson Erdos trade. Matt Hall clearing. Karen McCarthy clearing. Addie Herman clearing. Josiah Papelfield. Seems like every time we get to 4... Oh, this run voided, by the way. That sucks. It was the slowest time, so opportunity for some more points there. Ilyan Sharif with the clear. Atlanta Aces moving into the lead. Joe Meisner. Also clearing. Hawks in the lead. Evan White with the fail. Jake McClintock could ice it. Remember, we do have some reruns coming. Failing weapon. Maryland, I believe, has clinched it regardless of the outcome of the reruns. Okay, why is it saying that the Aces only have 65 points? That seems inaccurate. Aces should have 39 points. They only have 36. Where are the other three? Oh, no, they did have 36 points out of the first stage. Second stage. They had 52. The same. Oh, because the sum doesn't roll down far enough. I hate when that happens. Okay, so this match is in fact iced. However, just to be fair, we will run Isaiah Thomas here. Alright, so Spiderbox fail, that's 5 points. Does bring Maryland over the 100 mark. And a clear. So actually this will be some slight improvement for the Hawks. That's a final stage version of the Spider Trap Donovan. I used that like way back in the day for something, I don't remember. So the new final score, Maryland Hawks 112, Atlanta Aces 88. Maryland moving to 6-0. Atlanta only 5 buzzers tonight and falls short. They're still solidly in playoff range. Maryland pretty much clinched at this point. But the new standings and waiver wire order are coming out soon. The waiver wire is officially open. And we will see you on Week 7 when one of the 3 conferences takes on video poker. Good night.